All right, today we're going to do 7.3, solving systems using elimination. Okay, before we've done by graphing and we've done by substitution and now elimination. Okay, so when you look at what we have, what we're going to do is we're going to add these two equations together. Okay, but what you want to do is make sure that something's going to cancel out. So since we have a negative 6y and a positive 6y, that's called eliminating. You're going to eliminate the y to start. So we add these up, so we get 8x equals, 8, 7, 6, 4, 16, all right? And then we divide by 8, because the negative 6y and the positive 6y just becomes 0, so we don't need to write that. So x equals 2. So we have our x, and then we plug it back into either one. It doesn't matter. I'm going to pick the one with the 3, just because I can. It doesn't matter. You can pick either one. Okay, so 6 plus 6y equals 48. We just plug that 2 in. Subtract 6. 6y equals 42. Divide everything by 6. So y equals 7. Okay, so your coordinate that it's going to cross is 2, 7. So if you were to have graphed these, then they would have crossed at the point 2, 7. Okay? The next one, again, when you look at them, our x's are going to cancel this time, okay, because these become 0, and this becomes 3y, and this becomes negative 6. 10 minus 16, divide by 3, y equals negative 2. Then again, you plug it back in. It doesn't matter, whichever one you think's easier. Negative 7x minus 2, or plus a negative 2, equals negative 16. Add 2. So you really have to know how to solve those equations. If you don't know how to solve equations, or that's something you struggle with, you really need to come see me before school. Divide by negative 14. Divide by negative 7. X equals 2. Okay, so 2, negative 2 is your point. And yes, you have to write that part. Okay, 2, negative 2. Now, of course, we have to make it a little harder. Sometimes you have to make it so you can eliminate something. So here, you have to multiply by something because none of these two, it doesn't matter if this one cancels out. It has to be something in front of the x or the y. Since these won't cancel out, you have to make it something. Okay? Well, in order to make the 5 and the 3 the same number, you'd have to multiply the 5 by 3 and the 3 by 5 to get 15. But you could just multiply this whole thing by negative 5, because negative 5 times 2 is going to give you negative 10, which will in turn cancel this out. So if we multiply everything by negative 5, so negative 10x minus 25y equals positive, what does that end up being? Wait, this is, I'm going on the wrong page. Positive, 110, duh. Okay, positive 110. Okay, so that's our first one. Here's our second one. It was already, we don't have to change that one. Okay, so now our x's can cancel and we're left with negative 22y equals 132. Okay. Divide by negative 22, divide by negative 22, and y equals negative 6. Okay. Then you take your negative 6 and you plug it back into one of the originals. Don't plug it back in here. Plug it into one of the originals. Again, it doesn't matter, whatever you think's the easiest one. 2x plus 5 times negative 6 equals negative 22. 2x minus 30 equals negative 22. Then we're going to add 30. 2x equals 8. I almost said 12. Okay, 2x equals 8. Divide by 2. X equals 4. So our point is 4, negative 6. So again, this is just another way to do it. Okay? Unless, like, if you graphed those, you would, that's where it would cross, is the 4, negative 6. Okay? So we have two more examples here. So this one, again, we have to make this, you would like to only multiply one of them. So if you do the 7 and the 2, you'll have to multiply both. But this one, to get 15, you could just multiply this by 3. Okay? So again, the top one's going to stay the same. And the bottom one will become 21x minus 15y equals 17 times 3, which is 51. Okay, so now again we're just adding these up. This becomes 19x, those cancel, equals, is this 19? Okay, 19x equals 19. Divide by 19, x equals 1. So then again, we plug it back in. I don't know, I don't care which one you use. Okay, so 7 times 1 minus 5y equals 17. So 7 minus 5y. So this is when those of you guys who don't like to show your work, it's really going to start catching up to you now. Okay, you really need to start showing your work. I've been preaching it for years. So y equals -2. So our point is 1, -2. Okay? Now on this last one, you have to multiply both. This is the only one we're doing like this. You have to multiply both, okay? Because you can't make a 4 into a 7 or a 2 into a 3, so you have to multiply them both. I would pick the 2 and 3 just because it's smaller numbers. So we're going to have to, we would make them both 6, okay? So this one would be times 3, and this one would be times 2, and that neither of them have to be negative because they're already the opposite, so we don't have to make them negative. So 12x plus 6y equals 42, and then down here 14x minus 6y equals -16. Okay, and now we just do like we've done before. This becomes 26x, these cancel, and this also becomes 26. And you can use your calculator. Divide by 26, x equals 1. We like it when it equals 1. And then you can plug it back in. Again, it doesn't matter which one. So it's going to be 4 times 1 plus 2y equals 14. So 4 plus 2y equals 14. Subtract the 4. 2y equals 10. Y equals 5. So your point is now going to be 1, 5. Okay, and that's it. And there's only, I think, 2 of those on your assignment. There you go. That's an old school joke.